Timer?
10-minute timer, but we waited like 15 minutes for you.
Bet you're feeling pretty stupid now.
Oh shit, we're live. The first thing they heard out of our mouths was, "I bet you're fucking stupid." Hello,
Good.
everyone. Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, okie dokie 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 dokie. We got Doom today. We got fucking Doom. Oh, I forgot to write my intro. Fuck, I don't remember.
Hi, welcome to Collecting Dust, where, just like our brains, everything's covered in dust here.
I was gonna go on a monologue about how life doesn't matter.
Too bad.
It was gonna end with a transition to Collecting Dust. Kind of like what I did last time, but longer. Last time I successfully did the "I can't wait for this to be over" little spiel. I had a great idea, but I forgot it. So we'll put a rain check on that.
Yeah, don't worry. We're totally professionals.
Yes. Just like the segue to our sponsor. I'm not Linus. I'm sorry. I've been watching a lot of
Segue
Linus
to our
segments.
sponsor, NordVPN. Now, you might think the internet's a pretty safe place. Well, you're fucking wrong.
It's like being in the public bathroom and leaving the door open.
Is there porn of NordVPN?
Don't look it up.
Let's get to our topic for today. The game you were asked to play was Doom 2016.
Yeah, okay. No, you're hijacking my stream again. This is going to be episode 2 all over again. I'm going to sit you down. I'm going to sit you down.
Look, if you're not going to take the lead, I'm
also
going
to sit you down because I had to edit the audio for that episode, and that was not...
I'm going to sit you down.
No, I'm going to start giving pictures
and he
right
edited
now.
the video for that twice.
Did you guys know how that imps look different in Doom 2016 than they do in Doom Eternal? They totally changed the whole design. In fact, let me throw up a couple of reference images for you so you can all see.
Please no. Please no.
Yeah, see? So let's fucking get on then.
Okay. You seemed... This is the 5th episode, and you've already forgotten how we do things around here.
I have.
How was your day, fuckhead?
How was my day? Non-existent. I drive. Every Friday is the same for me.
Everybody knows you start a podcast with small talk. That's how it works.
Yes, that's how it works.
Well,
Everyone knows this.
Why do you think I don't podcast?
What you do? This is the 5th episode.
Well, you know, if the episodes happened every other week like they were supposed to, I might remember.
Well, listen, it's not my fault my town was destroyed.
I blame it exclusively on you.
No, please, no. Fancy, how was your day? Was yours also non-existent?
No, it existed and it was busy.
Was it fun busy or boring busy?
Boring busy? Because it's work. Work is always boring busy.
Yeah. Work can be fun.
Keep lying to our viewers, please.
Very rarely, but sometimes I have a good day at work, so I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, sometimes that wasn't the day, though.
Aren't you fucking lucky?
I'm just simply saying work.
Mr. I enjoy my job.
Who said that? See, the lie isn't that I'm having a good time. The lie is I trick myself into thinking I like my job, and then I have a good time. You gotta 4D chest it.
You've got to hide yourself.
Yeah, you've got to hide the lie a couple levels deep. What have you guys been playing? Have you guys been playing anything other than the game we were supposed to?
Oh, I have been playing the hell out of Final Fantasy XIV again. I'm back into it.
Final Fantasy XIV.
And I love it. It's the MMO one.
Oh, I know. Everyone but me plays it. Literally
You
everyone.
should play it.
Does Goose play it?
No.
No.
Okay, so it's us two. We are the loners here. It seems like a lot of Goose's friends play it. A lot of my friends play it. Goose and I are back to back in the middle of this horde.
I don't play it a lot, but
Still gotten farther than me.
that's true.
I've been playing anything else or just mostly Final Fantasy?
Pretty much just that and Doom.
Fancy?
Fortnite.
Fortnite. Yeah.
Still working on completing or 100%ing Lego Star Wars.
Damn.
I haven't finished it yet. I haven't completed it.
Damn. Speaking of Star Wars, it's just a quick little tangent. I watched the sequel trilogy again.
Okay.
That was a mistake.
Not any better, huh?
I'm sad.
Listening.
No. I'm sad. So
You
instead
still hate The Last Jedi?
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
Do you
absolutely.
hate the other ones even more?
The best one is The Force Awakens. Then the last two are equally shit, but for completely different reasons.
That's because they played it very safe and just made a carbon copy of Episode 4.
They sure did.
That's
You know
why
what?
it's everyone's favorite, is because it's the same as Episode 4, except for Luke is a girl. And it's a different desert planet.
It's not that bad. Like it's a pretty carbon copy, but they at least tried to do some things. It's easy to say it's a New Hope, but Luke is a girl, but it's like, no, they took some of Luke, put it into Rey, and then the other half of Luke that's not in Rey is put to Finn or into Poe. So Poe is a weird mix of Luke and Han, and then Finn is just that's new.
I wish Finn had more going on.
He had a cool opening, like, oh, we could learn so much from him, and then he just goes around going, Rey! Oh! And then that was the trilogy. I really like how they're supposed to be friends by the end of the movie, but Poe meets Rey at the end of the second movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third movie opens up like, oh, we're such good friends, and we argue just like best friends. We've known each other for years. It's like, The Last Jedi was like 5 days ago. So...
Yeah, the time frame is really scuffed in the movies, isn't it?
Yeah. So instead, I went to watch a good movie.
Morbius.
No, I watched Captain America: Civil War. Very good movie. 10 out of 10. Probably my favorite Marvel movie. I like it.
I also like Civil War.
I like that one a lot. Watching it again is like, ooh, yes, all these characters are in the character. They are themselves, and I like it. Yes. Everyone's making mistakes, but the mistakes make sense for who they are, so I am enjoying, yes. The movie
now, if only we could get them to do that again.
The movie doesn't open with Iron Man just walking up to Captain America with I'm forgetting the name of the country. It's the
Sokovia?
Sokovia, yes. The Sokovia cords. Captain America reaches out, grabs it, and then throws the cords over his shoulder. Anyway,
yeah.
We're back to the games. I've been playing
movie podcast. Yeah,
I've been playing Fortnite, Doom.
Fortnite.
That's it. Been pretty busy fixing the town.
You had to fix the town?
No.
Yep.
It's that small. Everyone has to pitch in, fix the town.
Pretty much.
Raise this barn.
Yeah, barn raising.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad enough that we had a building that was under construction. They're like, we're going to renovate this small little building. Then that happened, and they got to it, saw it was damaged even more, and they said, fuck it, and now it's torn down. They just gave up. That building's gone.
Raising a barn is my favorite form of animal husbandry.
Okay.
You
Animal husbandry. Do you get sexually pleasured writing a
I'm
horse?
realizing neither of you understand what that term means, and it
Husbandry, taking
hurts.
care of animals.
Animal husbandry is ranching, raising animals, making them together so that they make a new baby so that you raise that. If you raise cows, that's animal husbandry.
I thought husbandry was just taking care of the thing.
That's not.
Googling it. Husbandry definition. Husbandry definition.
Oh, I didn't make my.
We are both correct. It has two definitions. One is raising animals and crops, and the other is a management of resources. So we are both fucking correct.
So now I can ruin my joke by explaining it. When I said raising a barn, I meant like raising it from a little child barn to a full-sized barn.
Oh yeah, I didn't
and
get
treating
that.
it like an animal.
I thought you literally meant
Ergo,
like there was 50 of you raising a barn, like just wall by wall,
it's
raising
a
a barn
community child.
for your animals to be raised in.
No, the barn is the animal.
All I was thinking about was an actual barn raising thing. So
Yeah, that's what I was picturing, a literal
I
barn
was,
raising.
I was taking that concept and trying to advance on it.
But see, that's not. I'm not going to say that's your fault. I'm going to say it's English's fault for not having a different word. Everything's just raised.
Yeah.
Raised is to manually put something up, and raised is also just to slowly take care of something. It's all
it
raising.
is my fault specifically for the fact that I tried to use that overlap of words to be funny, and I failed.
Well, some might say your failure is still funny. You've got that.
At the very least, it was educational.
Hell yeah. Don't tell a joke like this.
Also, people got to learn what husbandry means. So
yes. See, yeah, I always thought like husbandry was like you take like the husbandry is like the cage itself or something like that.
So you put an animal in a husbandry? Is that what you're thinking?
Kind of. Like you would like I've heard things like snake husbandries and be like, this is where you hold your snakes.
This is where you make your snakes fuck.
Well, snakes don't really okay. I mean they do, but they don't. They lay eggs, so you know it's worms fuck.
Party worms, am I right?
Imagine having your penis and or vagina on your chest, you just rub against each other, and that's how you do it.
So doom, am I right?
No, I'm dooming this podcast as we speak. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
this is game over.
Spitting silly.
We're done.
Okay, I have some things to twiddle your brain with. What am I?
Tickle my brain?
Yes. That's a slightly less.
Not twiddle or whatever you said?
At least you know what? There's a worse word I could have used. I used the middle word. It's like, ooh, that could have been better, but I could think of a worse one. Hold on.
I can think of a worse one right now.
Let me just pull up my notes here. Okay. Oh, I forgot how much there is. Okay, we're gonna speedrun this. Did you know that Starfield and Redfall was delayed?
Starfield,
I did not,
know that.
But
yes.
I think that's funny.
They were delayed until at latest the middle of next year.
Oh my god.
Gee.
So upwards of a whole year. That's that news. I was excited for Starfield, not necessarily Redfall. I don't even know what that game is really, but Starfield excited.
In similar related gaming news, Square Enix sold a bunch of properties they owned.
Thank you. I can delete that off of my list. That was in there.
So that they could pursue crypto.
Yes, right as the crypto crashed.
Oh, yeah, it's really down right now.
Yeah, and now an update is they're looking to buy more developers because they just sold some and NFTs aren't going to do anything anymore. So they have made a call to hey, if anyone has IPs they'd like to sell, we'd like them. We made an idiot choice and said, who needs Lara Croft? Fuck it. That's
to be
not
fair,
gonna make
they
us
weren't
millions of
exactly
dollars.
doing anything great with her at the time. So
I mean, they at least were licensing movies. That's something. Lara will make you money. Always. But
true.
no. So yeah, they sold off a bunch of their specifically Western developers. Because apparently just Square Enix making Western games doesn't really go together well. So like, well, fuck it. We want to do other things. Our games aren't our Western developers aren't really selling that many games. I'm pretty sure it's specifically because of Avengers did so bad that they're like, fuck Western developers.
Yeah. You know what isn't doing bad?
What?
Final Fantasy 14.
Is the free trial still going? Is that still news?
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
always a free trial.
Okay,
Up to
cool.
level 60 and through the first DLC.
Cool. Hey, you I forget the name of it. Oh, Multiverses. That's the name of the game. You've been paying attention to this game?
Yes.
I'm aware that Shaggy's in it.
Yes. Okay, I just wanted to bring that up. Now to the Nickelodeon one that sucks.
It does suck.
We're finally getting DLC for it.
Oh, great.
And the only thing that I like about the Nintendo or the Nickelodeon one is that they're going for the characters you might not necessarily think of, right? They have all these
Hugh.
famous characters. Yes. So they're
Yep,
bringing
they-
in XJ9,
And
if you remember
Hugh
who that is.
Neutron.
Yes. Yeah, and Hugh Neutron is going to be the character.
He's gonna send you
Yeah.
the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, so it's
Everyone
XJ9,
wanted it.
Rocco, and then Hugh Neutron, which I love. If I play that game, I'm playing as fucking Hugh Neutron.
Too bad that
It's
game
awesome.
apparently is like just bad.
Okay, I'm gonna try to read the fun ones first. Well, I think we're done. We're gonna start slowly getting into craziness. This is old news, but I didn't get to talk about it, so we're gonna talk about it now. Dark
Okay.
Souls, the RPG board game.
Yes.
The fuck?
I don't know what you're questioning.
Have
with
you
it?
have you not been paying attention to it?
What's wrong with it?
I don't know much about it.
So you read the instructions,
Yeah.
and a lot of the words are just misspelled. So I wrote the instructions. And part of the instruction says like, and then you roll a die for a critical hit. Critical hit explained on page blah 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 later in the booklet. You go to that page, it's not there. They didn't explain it. It is impossible to roll for starting armor. It is too expensive at the beginning of your game.
Definitely sounds like Dark Souls.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that's the best jokes. It's like, yeah, this game's terrible, but because it's Dark Souls, you're gonna have that group of people who's like, I beat the game with no armor, just like how it was meant to be played.
You will have people like that.
Yeah. I just thought that was funny. It's like you think of Dark Souls, like, oh, they'll take care of that. No. This game. Apparently they're already working on fixing it. Like, but no one caught it until everyone was on Twitter pointing out how like 20% of everything was misspelled and some mechanics were broken or just not explained. It's pretty great. I thought for sure would have heard about that. It's funny.
No, I'm actually not well versed in a lot of the tabletop.
Me
arena.
neither, but I since it's Dark Souls, I thought maybe you would have at least heard of it. Which you have, but not the bad things. You just simply know that it exists.
You remember that Fallout game we tried playing and we broke?
Yeah.
I played that again by myself over the last weekend.
Okay.
I still lost. But I understood how I lost.
Oh, well, at least that's a good thing. You can learn from it. We got stuck and we're like, well, I guess we're done. Because it's not like we lost. We bricked it. We got stuck. the game needed us to make moves, but we ran out of mana or something, so we couldn't move. It's like, well,
We did too many opposing moves, is what happened.
stupid.
Because
Anyway,
2 of us were going to help the Brotherhood, and 2 of us were going for the Enclave.
oh, I just let us do that.
I'd say
How about the Enclave is stupid?
It's not that stupid. It's
Our game is
better than
stupid.
the Brotherhood.
Well, in the game I played, I had to pick between the Railroad and the Institute, so
So
guess who picked the Railroad?
I'm going to I'm gonna help you guys out. I've got a lot of rants in here. I
Yeah.
don't feel like
Oh, boy.
ranting tonight, so I'm just not gonna. I'll just skip over.
Rant.
I've got one about TikTok and Nintendo because of the news. I'm just gonna skip over those. There's too much Activision news to go through. But first, Xbox. Did you hear about Xbox?
No, please tell me.
So like 2 weeks ago now. Close your eyes and have a flashback for me, will ya? It's E3 2012 or 2013, and the Xbox One is coming out, right? And they say always online DRM, to which everyone got upset, right?
Right.
Reasons being, what if we don't have an internet connection? What if we take it somewhere that doesn't have an internet connection? What if we get locked out of the account? Do we just lose our games, right? All of that stuff.
Yep.
Well, over a week or two ago, over the weekend, that might have happened, and most people just couldn't play Xbox for a couple days.
Uh-oh.
Because they slowly brought it back in, and their current console, the Series X and S, is always online, and yeah, it was broken, and no one could play any game because every single game has to have an online check.
Oh, boy.
So that was down for a little bit. So Xbox DRM did the thing, everyone. It did the thing.
Great.
And just so everyone knows, I am a PlayStation fanboy, by the way. So I'm very happy I get to say this. But the PS5 still doesn't have to do that. You just need it to set up the console the first time, and you need it if you have PlayStation Plus or
Yep.
when you pay for it. Other than that, take it anywhere. Obviously, if you're playing online game, but if you set up your console and you download God of War, it's yours now. Just fucking play it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get. How about some Activision news?
Please tell me
Activision
more.
is still on fire.
Aren't they always?
Kong versus Godzilla in Warzone? What?
Well, yes, there is that. It looks terrible, and I haven't played because
I did hear
RoboCop
something
came out in
about
Fortnite.
that though.
Okay.
People in Warzone are using a glitch where you attack King Kong's balls, and it gives you a lot of XP. I'm not joking.
Oh, I love that. I'm gonna need to Google that. King Kong's balls glitch. I'll Google that tonight. Hell yeah. Save that. Okay.
Yeah, that's all the Warzone stuff I've heard.
That's very funny. Did I just hear myself? For just a split second? It's fine. It's fine.
My microphone is
I'll let you. I'll let you know if I hear it again.
Came through my microphone.
I just heard like through my headphones and it sounded like me. So it honestly scared me. Okay, so this news starts out sounding good and then it just isn't. So Activision Blizzard King, which I will now shorten to ABK because I don't want to keep saying Activision Blizzard King.
Yeah.
Gives 1,100 QA testers $20 an hour now. They got raises. They can now live doing their job. Very cool.
Just now.
Recently. Only recently did they get raises to $20 an hour. Awesome.
Didn't they just lay off a bunch of people like a year ago?
Yes, which is why they could probably quote unquote afford to, despite them being a multi-billion-dollar company. You make billions, like you make billions yearly on Call of Duty Mobile alone. Pay people. So yeah, Activision Blizzard King. Pretty much all the QA workers they still have got a $20 raise, except for the 20 Raven employees who were really pushing for that to happen.
Oh no.
They might have pretty much successfully started a union, and they're very upset about that. Now, why is that union still not doing anything? Because Activision Blizzard King just simply doesn't recognize, despite it being voted in 70% yes by everyone. It's just no. Oh, what's that? You have a union over there? No, you don't. No, you don't. No.
Wait, there's a third company in this now? Because I thought it was just Activision Blizzard.
Activision. So King is the company that makes Candy Crush. They own that, but Candy Crush is big enough that they put that in their name a while ago. So the whole company is Activision Blizzard King. So yeah.
So stupid.
You will address me by my full title, Activision Blizzard King.
Yeah. Most people just say Activision Blizzard, but ABK. If you hear anyone talk about ABK, it's Blizzard. That's basically all I have to know. So yeah, they're just not. So now there's a fight over like, hey, can we get a raise too? It's like, no. Fuck you. And on top of that, another thing happened. So you know how California is suing Activision Blizzard right now?
Yes.
Because of their terrible treatment of employees in general. Well, that kind of got a snag in it, and now it's a whole new now it's a whole new fucking my brain lawyer. It's a whole new lawyer because the current one got fired because so it's basically the Department of Fair Employment and Housing, which is the branch suing ABK. Gavin Newsom, which I'm sure you've heard his name around some places because it's California.
Right.
Yeah. He was basically out there getting in the way of things, and every time he'd get in the way, it was in favor of Activision.
Right.
Was he their lawyer?
No. So Gavin Newsom is the mayor of California, something like that. Let me Google it. Hold on. I don't know why I don't. Yeah, Gavin Newsom, governor of California.
Oh,
kind of a big guy here. So he was getting in the way and fired the person who was in charge of that whole case, and because of that, then a lot of the lawyers in charge of this case specifically also got fired and or had to leave. So now, yeah. Every time they'd make any progress, Gavin would come and be like, "How about this?" And they'd be like, "No." And finally, he just fired her. Like, how dare you get in the way?
No, you're not allowed to oppose me.
Yeah. Yeah, so despite being all of this bad news, very fun for Xbox. Yeah. So Xbox still doesn't own them, but kind of just slowly becoming Xbox stuff.
Yeah, Xbox is having some
Microsoft
issues.
On top of that, speaking of people buying other companies, have you been hearing about Twitter?
Oh boy, have I.
So it turns out maybe Elon regrets buying it already because he's trying to get the price to be lowered because he overpaid for it, which everyone on Earth says, yeah, we know you did. 44 is it million or billion? I forget. It doesn't matter. It's a stupid amount either way.
Did he fully buy it? Because I know that's what they were talking about. But at the same time, he had to put up collateral, and the last thing I saw was him putting some brakes on with the purchase.
So what happened is he already signed the paperwork saying he was going to buy them for this amount of money, and now he's trying to get them to lower the price.
What if I told you that theoretically this could lead to a very interesting transaction?
Lay it on me, because I know exactly how it's going to go down.
Well,
but I want to hear what you say.
Conspiracy people have had their own thoughts about why he would do something this way.
He thinks Twitter's lying about bots. That's one thing.
Well, yeah, I know that. But the thing is with a deal like this, there is a fee that you have to pay if you are the reason the transaction ends up not completing.
Oh yeah, I heard this. People think he's purposely trying to do it to get it cheap enough that even if he has to pay that, it's still a better deal.
Not even that. This is a different conspiracy altogether that does not involve him wanting Twitter at all, so much as money laundering. Putting it long story short, what happens basically is you get up to this point in the transaction, and then for whatever reason you end up backing out. You owe them $1 billion as, the fee for fucking it all up.
Yeah.
The thing is that can be written off as a business expense and tax deducted and all that good shit. Then there was the statement he made forever ago when he got into the whole Tesla shit with the stocks. His money would be the first in and the last out. Well, by having to withdraw the money via collateral of his stocks in Tesla, nobody sees it as him pulling out. So then he walks away with that money and a tax deduction, and he's $1 billion shy of what he had withdrawn with nobody asking questions. It's a way to get the money without people starting to panic that you're trying to liquidate the company or your assets that you own in it.
I think he basically pulled out a bunch of money out of his Tesla stocks to be able to pay for Twitter. And he was he was buying Twitter with his Tesla money.
Yep.
And Tesla's stock, just like everything else, has tanked. And I'm pretty sure he's just freaking out because of that. And he's like, wait, can you make that a little cheaper, please? But because he already has the paperwork signed and everything, Twitter is allowed to say no, either pay it or pay the fine for having it fall through. That's basically what's going to end up happening here. Is he's either going to own Twitter for $44 million or $1 billion. Or he's going to have to pay a lot of money just to get out of the deal. Fucking idiot. Fucking yeah, Iron Man 3 background piece of shit.
Forgot he was in Iron Man 3.
He's in Iron Man 3.
I also forgot he was in Iron Man 3.
Yeah, he's in the bar scene where he accidentally creates the bad guy by going to fuck a woman instead of talking to a nerd. Iron Man 3, everyone. You know what else is just like Iron Man 3? Doom. Okay, we're gonna get into the main thing here. I still don't know what to call you. You have 15 different names on the internet.
Just call me Wulfryk.
Okay, Wulfryk. The problem is I call you that, and then I look at your name on other things and it's different. And I just keep wanting to call you what I'm reading at the time.
Big Geck.
It's just gonna get confusing.
Yeah, I got Big Geck, I got Wulfryk, I got Knight Pyrex.
See, I almost want to call you Knight because that's your Twitch channel, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm eventually gonna. I don't know.
When you hit affiliate,
Yeah, I'll consolidate everything at affiliate.
The dragon guy.
That is right.
You recommended this game, so I'm
I
gonna
sure
have
did.
you. I'm gonna have you do a quick plot summary.
You're gonna have me do a quick plot summary.
Yes, yes, that's how I've been doing it. Those who
Okay.
preferably without pictures.
yes. Thank
Well, you see, I gotta get this picture. There's this stone coffin. You might not know what it looks like. Yeah, no, I can do a summary. Probably. Admittedly, although I played it very recently, it's already a little hazy.
Oh, same.
And I will explain why that is here after I'm done with the summary. So, you wake up butt-ass naked in the middle of a lab on Mars. You are Doom Guy, and you were in this stone coffin thing with a bunch of demon marks on it. You kill a bunch of demons, find your armor, put it on, punch a computer, go outside, demons all over Mars.
Mm-hmm.
A big, tall robot man, who may or may not be a little bit of a douchebag, tells you, hey, we could stop this if you would just disable these things. So you go to do that, but instead of disabling them, you smash them to pieces. Because fuck this guy and his technology.
Fuck your rules. I'm Doom Guy.
Exactly. And then, it turns out along the way, this really ugly chick is the whole reason all this is going to shit, because she went from a scientist to a cultist, and that's never a good idea. Don't join an evil hell religion, even if you find out it's real.
Tom Cruise, we're watching you.
So you go and you thwart her plans, and she's like, oh, no, I'm not done yet. And she just takes one of these fucking energy cells full of hell energy and just whoop, chucks it into the fucking beam.
Mm-hmm.
You get transported to hell, fight your way through hell, fight your way back out, where big robot guy is like, hey, come to my office. And you go do that, and he goes, huh, yep. I upgraded your suit without your permission, which is totally fucking rude. And then yeah. You go and get the big fucking gun 9000.
Yep.
A staple of any Doom title. And then proceed on to too many boss fights, too close together.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Very
you get
much.
to the ugly ass woman, Olivia Pierce, I think her name is.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, no, wait, no, it's not over yet, and turns into a giant spider brain.
Yep.
And then you kick her ass, and then Samuel Hayden, the big robot man, walks in and goes,
Very bad.
you did great. I'm banishing you to the Shadow Realm because you're getting in my way.
Doom.
You're doing your job too good.
And that's Doom.
You just
Dude,
Don't ask what that ending has to do with Doom Eternal, because it doesn't.
you're in my you think it's best to just destroy everything. So fuck out of here. Doom.
Yeah, at the end he just kind of locks you up.
Yeah.
Well, he locks you in the thing and then teleports you after that. Because the
Yeah.
thing he locked you in was a teleporter, and he literally just sends you to the ass end of nowhere.
Blue teleport things are happening as the Doom logo comes up again.
But the reason it's all hazy is, number one, I kind of maybe beat the game really quickly again. And number two was, it took me till about halfway through the game where I realized what I was doing wrong. I was thinking too much. Doom 2016 is a catharsis thing for me. It is absolutely a relaxing experience where I turn off my brain and just let my hands murder. But I wasn't doing that for the first half of the game, and I was getting irritated because thinking wasn't working.
Maybe that was my problem. I was thinking.
Yeah. You got a zero brain.
I feel like in general I wouldn't say zero brain. I feel like there's a fine line, a very thin line of You need to think just enough to know which guns are best on each enemy. If you try to think any more than that, you're gonna fuck yourself.
5% brain energy.
Yeah, you've gotta just figure out the guns and how you move, and don't try to think of strategy really. Just know every time you see a different enemy, swap to the best gun to kill it, and you'll do fine.
Exactly.
Except for unless you get stuck in a room with a bunch of fucking pinkies staircase that they keep tagging
I was
your
gonna
feet
ask
as you
you.
try to jump over them.
How you feel about those pinkies?
I
hate
didn't
'em.
have a problem with them at all.
I hate them.
They're really not
I
that
didn't
difficult.
have a problem this time playing it. The first time I played it, I did, but
Oh well, this is my
that's
first
because I
time
didn't.
playing it.
At the time, I didn't know that their butts were the weak part.
I'm very so. Eventually, I started having a much easier time with it. That's because every other enemy, including the bosses, I found pretty easy. It's just like Wulfryk was saying, once you get the BFG, there's just mini boss fight after mini boss fight for a good little chunk there before finding the last boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I forgot what I was saying.
Boss fight?
Pinkies?
Pinkies, fuck them.
They're really not that. Literally, just sidestep. Even in the little hallways, you just get them to bonk their head on the wall. If you're really close to them and with a wall behind you, you can literally just.
I was having bad luck because if I could get them so they were on different patterns, they were easy to deal with. The problem is I kept accidentally getting them on the same pattern, so it was both pinkies are charging now.
Rocket
both
launchers.
pinkies hit the wall now. No, see, here's the thing. I used the rocket launcher for a different enemy.
No,
so I was
you gotta
having
use the rocket for
I was
them
having
too.
a problem.
Anything you don't feel like dealing with the way it's supposed to be dealt with, you just use the rocket launcher.
See, I was using the saw for ammo like that. I'd purposely try to dance around them until I needed ammo.
That works too.
That's how I started dealing with them. And then when I got the BFG, that's when it was like, this is the pinky weapon. That solved my problems.
Did you figure out that the ballista thing is really good against cacodemons?
Yes.
The big meatballs die. Yeah, they die really easy to the ballista. Especially if you get the charge shot. Hell Knights do too.
Boss cannon?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's called the ballista in Eternal.
Yeah, it's the Gauss cannon. But yeah, I don't know how I knew what you were talking about, but I did. I have not played
Eternal. It's the only
Eternal.
weapon that's like that.
And pretty much. Yeah. Once you said charge shot, I was like, I mean, he can't be talking about the grenade on the shotgun.
No.
But yeah, all the other enemies, including the boss fights, I could do without using the BFG.
Yeah.
So it really just became the pinky weapon. Just fuck you, pinky. Send shots down range.
What'd you think about the invisible ones?
Fucking god damn it. Why?
Oh. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, so that was really this game would be great if there was no pinkies. And if it was like 20% faster.
I feel that way about a couple of different enemies from Eternal. So big question.
Yes.
Favorite weapon / weapon attachment?
I very much like the generic shotgun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Not the double. I know a lot of people like the double barrel shotgun. No, just the normal shotgun.
Super shotgun's more powerful, but it's slower.
Yeah. I found it harder to use against a lot of enemies. Because when you're running around hectically shooting things, it's easier to miss things.
And they made the super shotgun so much better in Eternal.
And then I just like the general, like, you charge your shot on that shotgun, and it's a more powerful shot. Not even the grenade. It's just
you were the charge shot.
No.
Wow.
Just the rapid fire charge thing. I liked that. I liked that a lot.
Interesting.
If I needed to quickly send shots down range, that's a way to do it. That's another good way.
You gotta use the grenade.
I never use grenades in this game.
I like the rifle grenade that the shotgun has.
Never used it. I was always out of grenades in my pocket, and I never had them on my guns.
So Mr. Ladd, what's your favorite weapon and attachment?
Shotgun with the grenade launcher.
Nice.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have a hard time picking. Shotgun with grenade launcher is like an absolute staple that will solve every problem if you know.
Yeah.
If you just keep trying.
Rifle with sight.
I actually like the heavy assault rifle too.
With sight.
No, micro missiles.
No, you gotta use the missiles.
No, I used the
Which
sight.
rocket attachment did you use?
You're assuming I used a rocket attachment.
You didn't use the rocket launchers? You didn't get an attachment on the rocket launcher?
No, it was just the normal rocket launcher.
You didn't get the lock on?
No.
You didn't? Hey, it's again. You know where it's at, lad.
Yeah. Lock-on's the best.
I only used the rocket launcher against
Especially
the
for
bigger
the
enemies.
flying skull dudes.
Oh yeah.
No, I could.
Yeah.
I could use a shotgun on those things. What are you?
I always hurt myself when I use the shotgun on them.
Oh.
So assuming you didn't go out of your way, is there a weapon that you omitted attachments from until last or at all?
I have points still ready to go on weapons. I didn't really find I needed to upgrade.
Well, not upgrades. I mean,
No,
like
he's talking about the little robot dudes
that give you the attachments, because every weapon except for the super shotgun and the BFG have 2 attachments.
Yes, I only grabbed 3 robots.
What?
Why?
They're not hard.
I kept just passing them, and then they'd fly by when I finally saw them, and I was like,
then.
fuck it.
Which 3 did you get then?
I got both. I got the scope.
Both shotgun attachments.
Both shotgun attachments. And I didn't even use the grenade.
God.
You didn't get the minigun mode where you're living Burt gun?
No. What's that? That sounds cool. Could have used that maybe.
It was cool.
Mobile Sentry is fucking awesome in this game.
I would like to point out that again, I had no problems until the Pinkies came in, because fuck them specifically.
Probably because you didn't have all your other attachments.
No, see, the problem was because I'm terrible at putting them on the right patterns, I just kept getting fucked by them.
Yeah, but
You
the
didn't
assault
work
rifle
on-
micro missiles could deal with that.
I needed
The energy blast from the plasma rifle
Yeah, that's
could
what I
have
was
dealt
gonna
with
say.
that.
I used energy blast on them.
Funny enough, the plasma rifle was the last weapon I put an attachment on.
I never touched the I was a shield man.
Did either of you get the plasma rifle early?
I did.
How do you? I don't know what early is in this game. Where do you get it?
I think
it's
it's an event in the 2nd or 3rd level, I think.
Yeah, it's a secret you can find.
I don't think so.
You can also get the super shotgun early as well.
I definitely did not get that. In fact, I think because I had some weird holes in my weapon wheel, I'm pretty sure I passed one accidentally and had to find it later.
So, okay, let's see. You had the shotgun,
Yeah.
the assault rifle,
Yeah.
the Gauss rifle,
Yeah.
rocket launcher,
Yeah, I have all the ones.
BFG,
Minigun.
minigun, super shotgun. I get the feeling you didn't use the minigun very much either.
I did. I used the minigun as my backup to the Gauss rifle. I would mostly just Gauss rifle, and if I couldn't get ammo, or if I was in too tough of a bind to even use the chainsaw, I would just start frantically shooting with that. And I usually did pretty good with that. That was my backup. Oh shit, I fucked up. Pull out the chain gun. Yeah. The Gauss rifle likes to eat through bosses even. It's a good boss weapon. Just pull that shit out.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, anything that was slightly big, I used the rocket launcher on. Except for the pinkies. I just BFG'd them. That works good. And everything else, yeah. Super shotgun I used on the big skeleton Doot Mans.
Revenants, but yeah.
Doot Mans. I don't know the name of it. The floating heads, that's another those you could kill pretty easily with any gun, as long as the slightly weaker ones you just have to be slightly confident in dodging and not let them get within 10 feet of. If either of those two things happen, if you miss a dodge or they push you, you're fucked, unless you have a Gauss rifle or something. But if you can keep your range, you can use any gun to defeat them pretty easily. Those are that middle ground where it's like, it can be annoying to fight them with a shotgun, especially if there's one or two of them, or if there's two or more of them, but it's still very doable. It's not like when there's like 3 shield guys and you don't have the plasma rifle, you're like, oh fuck. Oh
wait, that's the weakness to the shield guys?
Yeah.
I hated them the most.
Yeah, use the plasma rifle. Just send it eats through their shield a lot faster. That's the shield man, which is all I use it for.
The more you know.
Yes. See, even if it's not your first time playing, you can still learn more about Doom because the mechanics are pretty deep. Unlike your speed.
Still pretty fast.
After having played and also watched Eternal, it definitely feels slower.
It felt like Doom 3.
Yeah, I can see it.
And that's a Doom I've actually played, so I can say that. Doom 3 terrible, by the way. I'm not saying I'm not saying it's good. Doom 3 terrible.
Doom 3, back in the Doom.
Yes. Doom 3, nothing's scary except for spider heads that come in waves of 50.
I was scared of them as a child.
I'm scared of them now.
Doom 3 scared me when I was a kid.
Oh no, Doom 3 is just like it's generic zombies and shit, but then there's also the spider heads. It's like
I got to the part where the lost souls were flying out of the TV screens, and I'm like, uh-oh.
I gotta look up these skull heads. I don't know anything about Doom 3.
Doom 3 spider. That's all you're gonna have to. It's like the best way I can describe them is it's Doom 3's version of like the dogs from Call of Duty. It's just a wave of them.
Doom 3 spider. The trite. They're called the trites. Oh.
Yeah, they're just giant spiders that's a human face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can see how that'd be scary.
Yeah. See, the other reason why they're scary is they're smallish compared to the other enemies, and there's usually 50 of them. So, and because it's the Call of Duty thing, like Call of Duty Zombies dog mode, they're always in the worst spot. So you're like, let me just jump down into this bowl where the only way out is to crawl out the other side, and now this whole thing's filled with these spiders, and I'm dying very fast.
It's pretty close to something you might see in Dead Space.
Yeah, and they make a noise. They make they make noises. And
unrelated to Doom, I have a little piece of gaming news to.
There's a spider thing with boobies. What is this?
Oh my god! P62.
Little piece of game news. Destiny 2 patched out the ability to hold Xur hostage, so they've just killed a community of 1,700 players.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
So Xur was someone who would show up on the weekends in Destiny 2, and you could buy shit from him, and he would disappear
Child
on Tuesday on the weekly reset, except if someone was watching him. So there were a bunch of players dedicated to holding him hostage because you could keep him there for an extra 2 days.
There's demon babies in this game?
Of course there is. It's Doom 3, baby. But yeah, looking at these enemies, does it look like classic Doom to you?
No.
Exactly.
No, this was like Doom trying to be Dead Space or something else.
Yeah, it was very much trying to be more horror than action.
I can see that.
Only the spiders really work. Oh, I forgot about a little bit more news. I have a funny news that came out today. This might be a slight. I mean, it's not really a spoiler because it's more funny. I'm gonna tell you a title of a game, and I'm gonna need you to tell me if you're excited for it.
Okay.
Death Stranding 2.
Even more
I
strange.
haven't even finished the first one yet, so
yeah,
Death Stranding 2, walking but more.
Norman Reedus himself accidentally.
Are you walking back across the country? Is that the point of the game?
There's more alien monster time things on the beach of World War II, but they're red. Listen, if you listen, you should have completely understood what I said. Everything I said is in Death Stranding.
Do I have to throw my pee at it?
It's Death Stranding again, but with a
While
Red
drinking
Bull.
Monster?
They have Mountain Dew Kickstart as the.
It's Kojima's new favorite drink is Mountain Dew Kickstart instead of Monster.
G Fuel sponsorship.
I gonna convert pee into G Fuel.
Hell yeah! I got my shaker that's yellow, just like my baby bucket.
Norman Reedus just has a shaker with an anime girl on the front of it the whole game.
Okay, so back on the Doom topic. So you thought it was kind of slow.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on it?
No, it's mostly just I was having a hard time with pinkies until I got big fuck off gun, and I felt like my run was too slow. Though I might have to say this isn't necessarily the game's fault, but a different game's. That's right. I'm going to say the phrase "Fortnite ruined Doom" for me.
No.
No. Yeah, you don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. That game has a double sprint where I can run double the speed, and I can't live without it anymore.
Call of Duty has a double sprint.
Not all of them. In fact, most of them don't.
I know.
I think you're forgetting. There's more Marvel movies than Call of Duty.
I do like double sprint, but that's not a requirement of a game for me. If the game in general can feel quick, I'm fine without having sprint but more.
It does not feel quick to me is the problem. Which is why I want it.
So for me, I can understand it feeling slow because of my time with Doom Eternal, where mantling is better, and you have a dash.
Yeah.
So you run at 40 miles an hour, but you have 2 dashes you can use that recharge really quickly, and you have the double jump, like, pretty early. So you're not waiting until the very end of the game, basically, to pick up the double jump and have it be bad.
Yeah.
So everything feels quicker in that game. And also, the super shotgun has a grappling hook on it, but it doesn't grapple walls, it grapples enemies. And can also light them on fire. Yeah, it shoots out, grabs an enemy, and yanks you to them.
Yes, that makes sense.
Fine, you take your feet off the ground.
I, a giant man in armor, will pull myself towards that normal-sized rotting piece of flesh.
Yep.
This gun.
Well, figure it this way. If you want to talk about Doomguy's armor, somehow between 2016 and Eternal, he lost the fucking biceps of the armor. Like, they're just gone.
They
He
got teleported
flexed
somewhere
those
else.
things off.
America came in and accidentally got scared mid time travel.
He ripped off the sleeves of his combat armor.
Yeah, why not?
Also
Those aren't
there's
important or anything.
also they exchanged the grenade for something better. One, it recharges, and two, it spews fire. It's called the Flame Belch. It sits on your shoulder like a predator gun. And it just flamethrowers in front of you real quick. And the reason that's important is enemies you glory kill in Doom Eternal that are on fire drop armor.
Okay, so they added a way to get armor instead of just finding
Yeah.
it. I do
regular glory kill is health. Flaming glory kill is armor, and then chainsaw is ammo, and the chainsaw just recharges, and you have it.
Oh, you don't need to get gas for the chainsaw?
You do for the higher levels of charge, but for the base level, it just recharges.
So you have to collect it to be able to kind of just choose and cheese through bigger
you gotta
things.
collect it to like use it on Hell Knights and bigger enemies like that. But like imps and the Lost Souls and the shotgun sergeants, fucking.
You always have at least 1 gallon of gas. Very.
So yeah, they fixed a lot of the issues that I feel with 2016, having gone back and playing it.
I might play Eternal sometime. I don't know if my German copy will play.
We shall see.
Yes,
Lad,
I have that one physically.
What are your thoughts on
Note number 1, in all caps, amazing soundtrack.
Fuck yeah.
Rip of Tears, the best song.
That was Mad Max. I'm so sorry.
What?
Oh, I started humming a song and it was Mad Max and not Doom.
My next note is map navigation ain't easy.
No. Oh god.
No, the maps in this are bad.
Oh, you reawoken in it. Oh god, the maps. I got lost so often. Like, it's not like other other games like Call of Duty where it's like you're staring at the map. There is no map, so you're just constantly spamming up arrow trying to follow this fucking.
Well, you weren't. You correct me if I'm wrong, but you weren't trying to collect a bunch of things, were you? Like the.
No, I was just getting lost trying to go where I need to go for the story.
For the first.
No. Okay, on your first playthrough, try having the map trying to find everything.
For the first couple of levels, I tried to 100%, and I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not. It's not worth it.
I can understand what you're saying because sometimes I'd get so lost I'd accidentally find a secret. Like I was like, this is definitely the way to the story. I find myself at a dead end, and all of a sudden I'm holding a baby, fucking Doom guy, and I'm like, oh, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. I'm so lost.
And the only indicator you have while moving around the map is the top of your screen where it points where the objective is. But
yeah, and that's not on all the time. You have to keep hitting up arrow. So I was just spamming it constantly.
There was one time in a fight, on like the 3rd or 4th level where I forgot you needed to take an elevator up and down. So I kept running around in circles trying to figure out how to get up.
I forget which level it is, but there's one where you basically go in a big circle, and I accidentally fell down it at one point, and it took me like 30 minutes to find where I was again, despite it just being a big circle. Because it's one big circle, but the circle is connected to the middle circle like 25 different ways. So it was very easy just to get lost. Like in your mind, it's like, okay, I just go through that corner and keep going straight, and I'll get there eventually. And then you'd end up higher than where you were, and you're like, I don't know where I am. maps are the maps for just exploring is bad. I'd say most of the arenas are good for when the actual like boss fights or like big battle arenas are, where the game purposely throws as many enemies as it can at you. Those are usually pretty well designed. There's a couple that are not good. And I think generally I enjoy the arenas in Hell better than Mars. I
That's
don't know
fair.
why, but I found like it was this weird thing where when I was on Mars, I was playing worse than when I was in Hell. For some reason, the way Hell is laid out and everything, it like I had better gameplay.
That's because Hell can also do things like floating platforms and
Well, not even that. I'm just talking about
random
like
pillars.
yeah, I'm just talking about like you jump down into a big bowl with a bunch of cover and spots to jump up, but the only way to leave is once the enemies are all dead. You know, just these
Yep.
arenas. Those arenas are better in Hell themselves.
Yeah.
I find them to be more fun. Like I had more fun playing in Hell because I felt like I understood the mechanics more because everything was laid out better. Then I got back to Mars and I was like, oh, I'm in tight hallways again.
I got another note, and I want to see if you guys agree with it.
Okay.
I felt as if the last 3 levels of the game were longer than the entire first half of the game. Or at least they felt longer.
It takes a long time to get through the last couple levels. Oh my god.
Because at the beginning, you're like, oh, there's level 1, oh, level 2, level 3. At the end, you're just like, oh, this level is taking forever.
Yeah, basically, once you get the BFG, the levels double in length. It's weird. Yeah. It's almost like there should be 2 or 3 more levels to split up the boss fights or something, but they just gave you 2 or 3 in each of those levels, working your way up to the last boss. Yeah, no, I agree. The last couple levels get stupid long all of a sudden, to the point where the last stream I had where I was streaming it, I had to just quit in the middle of the level because it was getting late, and I was like, I'm gonna finish this level. Finish this level. I never got to the end of that level that night. It was so fucking long.
Yeah, I think I was actually watching that stream.
Yes. Yeah, I ended the stream in the chamber with the BFG. I ended the stream watching the lasers go up and down. Like, I'm too tired, don't know what I'm doing, been playing for a while, I'm lost, good night. And then as soon as I join, I'm told like, you shoot things. Like, oh
yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
You just gotta shoot the red thing.
They weren't clearly shootable to me.
You had to shoot them before earlier in the game.
I don't remember
drop
that.
The elevator. You have to drop an elevator to get up. I think in the tower before you get sucked into Hell.
I didn't have to shoot anything to do that.
You are correct.
If it's the elevator, I think it is. There, you can jump on it and it crashes if you land on it.
You are correct. You can shoot those and it works too. I would say that it's a lot easier to see red shootable things when you don't also have red lasers and stuff going everywhere. Like when the rest of the environment is also red, it's a little harder to know what's supposed to be explosive by its color.
That's one way to describe the entirety of Doom.
I did stand there for a good 2 or 3 minutes watching that go up and down and be like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I kept doing.
I remembered those red things. I was like, oh,
these.
Yeah, I straight up was just like, I'm lost. I'm in this tube with the gun, but I don't have it yet. The lasers go up and down. How do I do it? Yeah, it's like, oh, every other game, red tubes or red barrels, probably explosive. But when the game's aesthetic is red, a little harder to see that. Just a tad bit harder.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah. Yeah, the other thing that helps the other elevator be more obvious is I could also see like the green ledge I'm supposed to grab. So it was more obvious like I need to figure out how to get that down. So it's more clear that I'm supposed to somehow get that down so I can get up to that ledge that's glowing green. When it's just lasers moving up and down, it's less obvious that I need to get up somewhere. I just thought I was supposed to Mission Impossible for a little bit, but 10 minutes later, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here. Yeah, yeah. Level design is not great. You got any?
Yet another thing they fix in Doom Eternal.
It's not red anymore.
Not as red.
Or is there more green?
There's more of other colors, like in general.
Oh my god.
And also the map design isn't atrocious.
Cool. I'll have to play it. Coming to a live stream eventually.
Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I gotta go do something.
Wow.
Sorry.
I see how it is.
There's something I didn't get to do because I came back into my room and I saw, oh, I'm late.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't have been late. Now everyone knows.
Well, that's true.
Now everyone knows it is your fault.
I'll live with that.
I mean, the stream started with you fucking. So, you know.
Yeah,
well, now they have context for it.
They have context for it now,
yeah.
So I'll be right back.
Yeah, he was like 13 minutes late. It's not super late for me, you know. It's not like I chose 7 because it's that perfect time where it'll give us 3-ish hours before it's super late for me, and that's usually when he goes to bed anyway. Oh, no. He's like 30 minutes after that perfect time.
I'm just realizing we've only streamed for an hour.
We're almost to an hour and a half. We're at an hour and 21 minutes.
Man, I don't know. I don't have a huge amount to say about Doom.
It's been a long day. It's fine.
It has been a long day. Because when I played the game, again, like, the first 2 levels I tried 100%ing, and that was too much effort. It was too much of a pain in my ass, and it was taking too long. And then up until about the halfway point, I wasn't having fun. And I don't know if it was a combination of, you know, not having the full kit yet, or I was just overthinking too much. But, like, the moment I turned my brain off at about halfway, it was smooth sailing. However, because I did that, I kind of ended up not having a whole lot to say about the back half of the game. It wasn't difficult, it wasn't excessively interesting. None of it really slowed my roll, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I pretty much agree. Now because I haven't played any of, like, I've never played this Doom before, but I'd watched gameplay. I thought it was going to be much faster, and honestly, I thought it was going to be a lot harder. As much as I had problems with pinkies for the first few fights, I had to deal with them. Once I found a weapon I could use against it, it was smooth sailing again. Well, it really is just you need to figure out what's best for you to kill each enemy, and then you're good.
Not only that, it's also the case of a lot of what you've seen is not Doom 2016, at least recently, with stuff that I'm aware of.
Well, I would agree, but I've been wanting to play this game since it came out.
Yeah.
So in my head, like, I know that Eternal, you've got, like, bars and shit. You can grapple and swing around and shit, and a lot of people don't like them. Yeah. I also know that Eternal takes place on Earth.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Or, like, at least half.
Yeah, there is a barrier in my mind between the two. I just, for some reason, like, I just thought it was faster.
It felt faster before I had things to compare it to.
Yeah, even though... Oh, yeah, sorry. Even though I'm new to movement shooters, not a lot of movement to this movement shooter.
Yeah, I can
for
see
some
it.
reason, I don't really... in my head, it's like, Doom 2016 is not a movement. It's a shooter.
It has movement.
I mean, technically, yeah, but not the kind of movement you'd think. Like, based on just how I think movement should be in a movement shooter, fucking Black Ops 3 is a better Doom in my head.
What about Black Ops 3?
Movement shooters and how Doom doesn't feel like one because it's not fast.
I don't think it was trying to be.
Well, I mean, Doom's usually a movement. Hell, it's not. It's kind of it's kind of the birthplace of the movement shooter.
Yeah.
I would say the pinnacle of movement shooter is Titanfall 2, but
I would say either, Titanfall 2 is a really good one. I
can
like
agree with that.
Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare. Advanced Warfare, I don't really count as a movement shooter.
No, that's jumping shooter.
Yeah, it's not. That movement isn't smooth enough to be a movement shooter. It's really is just we gave you a jump, but instead of a little, oh, you went up a foot in the air. You can go 50 feet in the air. That's it. That's the extra movement you got. You can jump really big, and then once you're in the air, you can shift side to side for just barely.
There's a reason it's not my favorite.
Advanced Warfare only became a movement shooter when for like 2 months there was a grapple hook game mode.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that then it was actually fun because you could combo that weird clunky movement with that, and you could actually get some stuff done. But just that jump is weird. And I like Advanced Warfare, but it's not a movement shooter. The next two were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Aside from all that, I don't really have a lot that I can think of for Doom.
Yeah.
2016 was fun, but I don't have a lot of thoughts on it because I kind of brain dead.
I had a good time with it, and I'm sure I will play it again. But yeah, I don't know. I just had some misconceptions I had to deal with first. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to play Eternal. Maybe that's the takeaway. Second one's better. Play that instead.
How long did it take you to beat it?
I don't know.
At least this run.
No idea. Wasn't paying attention. Here, I can do some basic quick math-ish here.
Well, that's all I did was basic quick math.
I'm gonna do some basic. Oh shit. The Twitch. I streamed most of the game, so we can check that out. Video producer. We've got 4.5-ish. 3. So it looks like I got to the BFG in around 8 hours. Which is probably slow. I don't know.
I completed it in about 8 hours. This time. First time I went through it last year, it was longer than that because I was trying to find everything and it was significantly slower. So.
How long to beat.com main story? It looks like the generic, like, you might get it done this time. Looks like it's about 11.5 hours. I could see me doing that. Yeah. Completionist is 26. Main plus a good amount of the secrets is 16. But yeah, 11.5. 11.5 is just the story. And so yeah, I think I did it in that time. I wasn't slow compared to what how long to beat.com tells me.
I mean, I beat it faster than that because it was 2 nights after work.
Good for you.
From like 6 to 10:30. So
only 6 people have played it on Google Stadia and then came to how long to beat to take part in a poll. Oh, 6-hole peep.
I didn't know it was on Stadia.
Everything's on Stadia if you try hard enough.
Some games are play best on Stadia. That's a sad fact. Yeah, no. So
are you serious?
Yes. So, and it comes down to a lot of the bigger games that might not be super well made. So, like the first year of Cyberpunk, best place to play it was on Stadia because Google had it on super powerful computers. So all you needed was good internet, and you could stream it to you running fine. So weird things like that. So yeah, if you had Stadia and you wanted to play Cyberpunk, you were getting like the best version of it.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's news. I didn't know
that. You got any more notes, Fancy?
Let me look at my phone. Let's see. The Cyber Demon was my least favorite boss.
I thought it was easy.
Well, you weren't me the first time I played it.
So.
First time I played it, I had to redo it like 15 times.
You just dodge shit.
Well, yeah, I know that now. Me back then didn't know that.
It's like how. It's like that's.
Me back then wasn't moving enough.
Yeah, it's just that's like generic boss fight design from like 3D platformers of the 90s. It's like every boss in like Spyro is you are in a circle ring surrounded by lava with this enemy, and it will send shit to you that you just dodge until you can get to them, you hit them, and then you do it again. That's just old timey boss design. So when I saw him, I'm like, this is familiar.
It's time.
It's time, yeah.
It's time to duel.
Yeah, the last time I played a game like that was the 4th Sly Cooper as bosses like that. A little while ago, I was playing Sly Cooper 4 on Vita again, and it has bosses like that, where you're just on a circle platform with a boss. You're just dodging shit until you can hit them. Yeah.
Yeah, my note was that was hard, and the other two were pretty easy. So
Pinkies are worse. That's my take. Pinkies can suck.
Okay, your pinkies are my shield dudes, but it's because I didn't know about the plasma gun thing.
Yeah, I'm just straight up still not good with pinkies, so I have to use the BFG.
See, I
have to suffer until I get that. Then it's no problem.
I think you're just overthinking it.
I'm not overthinking it. I'm just so bad at it that I keep accidentally getting them to be on the same pattern. Right,
like you can't isolate them, just splash damage them to death.
But no, because they're never alone. They're always with other enemies.
I know. You don't need them alone. That's what splash damage is for. It hits multiple at a time.
I'd rather send the rocket directly in the face of the taller guys that eat 3-4 rockets alone.
But you don't.
Wouldn't if you use the
That's what the shotgun grenade's for.
No.
And the lock-on.
And the mini missiles.
And the micro missiles. There are many explosives at your disposal if you would just.
Yeah, well, you know what? Explosives are gay.
Did you use the suck grenade?
What's that?
You didn't use the suck grenade?
I didn't use any grenades. I told you this. I used a basic rocket launcher and bullet.
Well, there's 3 grenades. There's the frag grenade, the hologram grenade, and the suck grenade.
I had I had frag grenades once.
They recharge though.
They were always out.
You were just not finding the ammo then, I guess.
Yeah, I found grenades once and not again.
Well, the suck grenades create like a orb around them that sucks health from the enemies and gives it to you.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good
Health.
for like the small ones.
Health wasn't a big problem for me in this game. Either was gas for the chainsaw, and with the chainsaw, of course, I didn't have a problem with normal ammo types. So yeah, it really was just like I suck at dodging the pinkies. So that's my problem. So my tactic became, I've suffered long enough to get BFG. Now I can just shoot them in the face, and they'll die. Hooray!
Yep. They'll turn into goo.
Grievous misuse of the BFG.
It was only I could take care of any other enemy with any other weapon, basically. But no, the pinkies, that was the BFG only gun. Yeah.
That was all my notes.
Yeah. Not a lot to say. It's a fun game. But it's got a pretty simple story. There's a good amount of mechanics, but I don't know, the mechanics themselves aren't deep, but if you really think about it, you could create some cool combos and shit if you really wanted to, but you don't have to. I know I didn't.
Yeah.
Too bad we didn't play the multiplayer.
Yeah, we didn't do that. I would have
I don't
loved
even know
to.
if the servers are still going or not.
I think it is.
I don't feel bad about it.
I would have liked to at least experience that. Maybe I'll do that.
Just imagine all the problems you felt with how the game feels, which are not many, but they're still there. And then combine that with having to deal with players that never stopped playing this game.
You're just describing Advanced Warfare again. Try going back to Advanced Warfare after not playing it for 2 years.
I guess that would have been before the game came out, because that was like the beta thing they released, wasn't the multiplayer.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't
So then does this
I don't really want to give it a rating.
Does this mean we transition into talking about what we're doing next, or
yes. Yes. Well, in a fancy. What are you gonna have us play? I almost said suffer through, but I decided to be a little nicer. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Help. Send help. Send all the help. Sending the help. Oh no. I'd be curious to know what's coming through the stream or not. Connecting. Okay. Okay. Connecting. Connecting. What if I disconnect and then reconnect? Does that help? No. Maybe. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Technical Difficulties, a podcast where I suffer through my own setup. Um, um, uh, I don't know what's coming through the stream or not. I'd be very curious to know. What's hold on, I'm gonna check. Load. Connect Twitch. Things are breaking. Oh God. Oh no. Connected. Um. Is it gonna fucking work? Looks like I'm reconnected. Things are slowly working. So why isn't Discord working? Why isn't it? Hello, hello. Oh my God. We have to task manager out of it. What's going on? Oh my. Is it working? Working? So what we plan? I'm I'm so sorry about that. My internet hates me. Yes. Oh wait, no, just a second. Hold on. Fuck. Now you can say it. I had you muted. I'm an idiot. Now we're good. We're good now.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
We're playing new God of War.
Ooh.
Oh.
God of War, what was it, 2018? Was that when it came out?
Game I own and haven't played.
I didn't know you owned it.
I have. I do. I bought it when the $20 greatest hits edition came out.
Oh, when the greatest hits came out.
Yeah.
A game my roommate owns, and I can borrow and have not played. Sweet.
Yay, God of War. Okay, I'm excited for this. I'm actually. That's not the game I've been wanting to play. As proof by me owning it already.
It is one that I've been meaning to get around to.
Boy,
2018, that's when it came out.
20.
God.
What a simpler time it was.
Truly a different time.
2018.
You know, back before the infinite pandemic.
I was 20.
Yep, same.
I was still trying to get an education.
2018. Yes, I was
I
in
guess it
college.
came out in April, so I wasn't quite 18 or 20. I wasn't quite 20 yet.
That's Trump was president. That's basically all I remember. It's not a lot. I don't remember a lot. 2018. What? 2018. 2018 is what Call of Duty is 2018. Uh, 20. That would be World War II, everyone's favorite. Everyone loves Call of Duty World War II.
Good old World War II.
Or was it 28? Or maybe it was Modern Warfare. No, that was 2019. 2020 was Cold War, and then 2021 was Vanguard. Yeah, so 2018 was World War II. Okay. Boy.
If you don't own it, if you have a PS5, it's a part of the PlayStation Plus collection.
Oh, I can just do it that way then. I don't have to put a
Oh,
disc
I
in.
forgot about the news. Well, fuck it. It's too late. It's the end of the stream. I'm not gonna.
We're doing it live.
Doing it live. Okay.
News.
More news. More news. Just last minute at the end of the stream. Everyone's leaving. Everyone's gone. More news. PlayStation Plus.
Well, they already left when your internet broke. So
that's true. PlayStation Plus is being reworked, and it's annoying and stupid.
Oh yeah, that happened in between recording.
Well, the way it base functions and the cost is going to be how it is now. It's just they're doing a more expensive version that includes PS Now.
Yes.
Which theoretically I think is going to be cheaper than paying for both PS Now and PS Plus together.
So yeah, PlayStation Plus is going to have 3 tiers. As Wulfryk said, Tier 1, normal PlayStation Plus. You'll get a couple free games.
As it functions now, yep.
Yeah, you'll get a couple free games a month, and it'll let you play online. Then you have PlayStation Plus Extra, which gives you Now as well. And then PlayStation Plus Premium is even more money, and that includes more things that I forget.
Now, are they still leaving it as like a yearly thing you can do?
Yep.
Yes. That's the interesting thing is this is technically cheaper than even Game Pass, but that's only if you can do the yearly subscription. If you're willing to spend it all